We're here with head coach, football coach Brad Laird after the spring game. I mean, first, what are your kind of overall thoughts on the first? Yeah, obviously, you've had a few weeks of practice, but really going head to head. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think to finish it off, a clean game. You look at playing a four-quarter game, all special teams. I think we ended up with 5 penalties. And 2 of those were, face mask penalties. So I thought a very clean game. Our guys have really, through this being 15th practice, have had a great approach day in and day out to get better. And I think you've seen that over the course of this spring. Something that we can carry into the summer. And as part of the next process in this 2023 season.
Yeah, you've really stressed on consistency. Whether it was or no matter who it was with, you're always stressing consistency. How did you think that was like today?
Yeah, because I think if you look at some of the things we needed to accomplish this spring, one was, offensively and defensively, we had to protect the ball and we had to create turnovers. That was one thing that we talked about going into spring practice. And number 2 was, consistent execution. Attention to detail, the little things that I thought hurt us towards the end of the year last year. And, so even prior to spring practice, those were things that we talked about. And so, you want to be able to look back and say that we were able to accomplish those things and have consistency throughout spring practice.
Yeah, and then you mentioned defensively. I mean, fourth and turnovers. You only had 1, but you had plenty of other chances. Do you guys stress batting balls, because there are a number of deflections, batted balls, including the turnover that was forced down the deflections?
Yeah, one with Coach Glosser. I mean, his to play fast and play with great energy, and those guys have done that. But really stressing getting to the ball, creating turnovers. And then Coach G up front with those defensive linemen. If you're not able to affect the quarterback with your pass rush, do it with your body. And you saw that not just today, but I thought throughout spring practice, defensive linemen being able to bat balls down.
Yeah, you guys moved the ball really well with when Towers in there, 3 touchdowns, and even the interception drive, it was down near the red zone. I mean, how good did the first game offense look?
Yeah, I thought, especially early on, especially the first half, I thought, was able to get a couple of good drives together, being able to run the football. And then you saw some big plays. I thought Corey King was able to make some big plays. I thought Miles was able to make some big plays. Zach, Champ, as far as catching the football. And I thought the running backs ran hard with the purple group. And up front, offensive line, that's one thing that we've worked on and we'll have to continue to work on is having a clean pocket. Pass protection. And so I thought you saw a pretty clean pocket except for a couple of times today.
Yeah. Then when the offense when the passing game kind of bogged down a little bit, but you were able to win on the running game. Kobe Burrell had a really nice game. He was hitting the hole hard, and he was just ripping off chunks of yardage.
Yeah, and I thought one thing that you've seen all spring is, more physical. Those running backs, when you look at Kobe Burrell, you look at Scooter, you look at Kenneth Lacey, those guys have done a great job of running downhill and making the tough yardage when things weren't there. And even Deuce has come in and been able to run the ball well. So that was important this spring because we weren't able to do that consistently last year. And that was one thing that we knew this spring we wanted to get better at.
Yeah, what are you looking for moving forward as you move forward in spring practice?
Well, number 1 is we got to finish in the classroom. We got 1 week left and then finals. So our guys got to finish in the classroom and, get a little break before June and July get here. The summer's going to be important. What Coach Smelzer has done prior to spring practice it's night and day than in the past. And so we got to get those guys back in the weight room. We got to get stronger. We got to get faster. June and July is going to be important. All of that is part of the process to get to the 11 opportunities that you're guaranteed in the fall.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.